All right, everyone, you can start to get excited again. First of all, I want to say, understand that there will be profit taking along the way. There will be chop as time goes on. But this move that SHIB has made over the last 24 hours has been one of the best in the top assets in the crypto market. And it may, in fact, continue from here. We're going to talk about what could actually cause us to keep making these further moves. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So I have to say, first of all, this move for SHIB, not really that surprising. We've been talking about this for quite some time. I caught a lot of shit for continuing to talk about this. People saying SHIB was dead and nothing was going to happen. And here we are. Shiba Inu making the exact moves like we talked about. First of all, following our trend to perfection. Not surprising. Following the Wyckoff accumulation model to perfection. Right now, it looks like we're entering the LPS phase, which should chop somewhere around 4014 or so before trying to extend to the SOS phase, which would actually be more around 4016, kind of around there. Obviously, there's no guarantees or financial advice. This is just if we continue to follow trend. But this is exactly what we've been talking about time and time again, that just continue to fall on deaf ears, frankly. You know, right now, again, still continue to follow that 20% move like we were talking about in terms of Shiba Inu. Just for a little bit of context, we were talking about the breakout from that 20-day moving average, which took place all the way back here on the 18th. And now we've, at the height of today's candle, closed about 15% of that. So yeah, SHIB is making some pretty important moves right now, some pretty historic moves. It's following what it's done historically speaking. What's even more important here, again, is if we look at that stochastic RSI in terms of Shiba Inu, guys, we're now breaking back out of the oversold range. And that's a very big deal because SHIB, look what it does. It tends to flow from the high to the low, to the high to the low. And what we're doing right now is a major reversal for Shiba Inu. These last times that it's done this, we're talking about 70, 110, 400%, 200% moves. All right. And that wasn't necessarily in order, but each one of these times we've had big, major extended moves for Shiba Inu. Guys, this is the start of that. All right. Now, obviously, nobody knows what's going to happen for sure. I'm not a prophet or a psychic. I'm not from the future or anything like that. We'll have to be patient and watch and see how the market digests this and understand that, yes, there will be short-term profit taking that does take place. So we could even see a day where we see a little bit of pullback to begin and then things turn around and start running again. What we'll really have to watch closely is what institutional money does, because we just had actually the largest day since early February in terms of Ethereum spot ETFs. That's a pretty big deal because that has been red for a long period of time. Luckily, Ethereum has actually been making some very good moves. ETH actually ended up breaching 1800. All right. Last time it was above there was all the way back in the early part of April. So we're starting to, again, feel everything just change across the crypto market. We're on a big total market cap breakout like we were talking about. All right. Also, in terms of Shiba Inu, we're continuing to follow. I mean, this is, guys, this could not have been a more bullish setup, frankly. All right. Inverse head and shoulders starting to make that breakout. This is all looking really good. USDT dominance, like we talked about actually in that 20% video, just cratering right now, because capital is starting to re-enter the crypto market. Something else I forgot to mention too, in terms of spot Bitcoin ETFs, we had one of the largest days here in 2025 alone, almost $1 billion in accumulation just over the last 24 hours. Guys, it is happening. This is the market pivot. All right. It is a hard pivot. The foot finally planted its foot in the ground and started to shift us the opposite direction. Doesn't mean it's straight up and to the right. Doesn't mean this is up only season, because again, adoption typically doesn't take place down here. It happens higher up here, right? When the markets are really moving. It's fun to get excited about, you know, a 9-10% day or so in the amidst a reversal. But where things are really going to get exciting is when we do start making those 20, 50, 100% days in terms of price. Okay. We may not be that far away from there. All right. That's just, I want everybody to make sure, again, like I talked about in that video, time to wake up. It's not time to be complacent anymore. This is go time. The time for complacency, the time for these cheap discounted prices, they're kind of gone. And what we're seeing now is things begin to open up in a big way. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.